Well, what's going on, guys? So today we are going to be building the GameBreaker cannon on the Xbox One. And I have a slightly adapted version that I feel is better for the Xbox One. And it's a really small adaptation, and it's simply because on the Xbox One we seem to experience a lot of lag and some extreme lag spikes. So we're going to ignore that right there. Now we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how to build it from the ground up, minus the walls. So what we're going to start out with is a 4x4, leaving the middle hollow. And that's because our first jump pads are going to go in here. Now, I would highly recommend when you build this, you put a different color block where your jump pads are going to go. Simply because if I were to step forward and start placing here, or let's say I'm too close, so I need to step back and accidentally hit the jump pad, you're flying across the map now. So, let's not waste your time. Right, so that is the first few, and what's going to happen is we're going to put in 2 more rows of 4 right here. You're going to skip this one block, go ahead and put down 2 more of your other color, because this is where 2 more of your pads are going to go. Unless, okay, that block just disappeared and then came back. We love lag on the Xbox One. We've become one with it. Right, so once again, we're going to skip that 1 and put down 2 more. You might be seeing a pattern here. So now we got 1, skip 1, 2, skip 1, 3. So here's where it's going to get good, because on the next part we're actually going to skip 2 blocks, and in the traditional GameBreaker cannon you actually put 4 jump pads at the end. The only adaptation I made to my Xbox One edition of the cannon is taking away 1 row of the horizontal pads. So you only put in 3. So this is the base of the cannon itself. These blocks you would replace with your horizontal blocks, and I'd recommend placing them in the front and then moving backwards, because if you start in the back moving forward, you could always accidentally back up on your jump pad, and it would be absolutely horrible if you got all the way to the end and then just got launched straight out the front and forgot to put 1 down. So this is the very base of the pad, and then, well, of the cannon, and then you're just going to build your walls in, which is what this one is right here, so we can go ahead and jump straight to it and you don't have to wait on me. So this is where we're finally going to put in our pads. So as I said before, you start in the front. When you're placing them. So you could actually just mine them from the back and end in the front, and it would just make it easier that way, but I wasn't that smart, so do these from the back. Come up here, and we're going to start placing our jump pads horribly. As you can see, I've already made a critical error. Alright, so placing our jump pads, skip the 2, come back, place the jump pads, skip the 1, come back, place the jump pads. You're always placing these up against the wall there. So if you just need a good way to remember what you're doing, it is always going to be up against the wall. You never start back here. So now we have our jump pads in. The next thing we're going to do is, depending on which side you want to enter this from, with this one we're going to enter from this side. So I'm going to go ahead and mine the entrance there, which, let's go ahead and place these, because these are actually critical. You want to, oh, this is in the wrong spot anyways, but you want to make sure that you trap it, so that way you're only going to be able to hit the one. Because what will happen is the game will cause you to hit all four. Just anyways, you're going to hit all four, but you have to jump into the corner. That's something we'll get into a little bit more later. But now we can seal the back end of this, so we're going to go ahead and close this up a little bit. Nice and fancy. Alright, so, let me just finish this. Right on. Okay, so now we're down here with our jump pads, and we need to make sure that the roof is only 3 blocks high. So we'll go ahead to the end here, count 1, 2, and 3, and that's when you put the roof in, because you want it to be 3 blocks high for the roof. And the roof lines up perfectly with the level, and you overhang it by 1. So we're going to drop the roof right here, down by 1 block. Or just completely, jack it up. Oh, 2 for 2. Okay, I don't even understand what's happening right now. Why is it? There we go. Alright. Maybe don't build with white so you can see the outline. So, we're bringing this back. And now you can see that we've got that overhang by 1 once again right here. Wait, or do we? Not quite yet. Go 1 more, and then bring it down right here. Gonna go ahead and jump up. And right here, these are the 3 blocks, so we're gonna put it right there. And thus, we have a completed GameBreaker cannon. So let's go ahead and jump in here and not get launched anywhere. Figures. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's jump back. And that, boys and girls, is the Xbox One GameBreaker cannon. The only adaptation from the original is to simply reduce the very end to 3 pads instead of 4. Well, 3 rows of pads instead of 4. Now, one crucial part that I did not do on mine, but is normally done, is in your second row right here, it is usually better to go ahead and place blocks here to make sure that you have a hallway coming up. And that is because when you hit this 1 block here, you're going to shoot up here, and it's best to not get bounced left and right. So that's one crucial part that I forgot, and I'm going to go ahead and just do that now, because why would I do a tutorial if I screwed up my own cannon? So we're going to go ahead and add this hallway. That just reduces it to only 1 block, and that only remains for that specific section. Alright, so that way it is only 1 row. And that there is the GameBreaker cannon. I would of course completely fill in this top and seal it, but that's just because I like big blocky things. I don't know, some sort of modern art look. But yeah guys, so that is the Xbox One GameBreaker cannon. I'm going to assume that the PlayStation 4 servers interact the same, then that's what it's going to be. Now I'm going to go ahead and fill this part here in with glass, and fill the backside in with glass. If you guys ever want to come look at these exact models, this is the legendary signing club, and the way that you're going to get in there is you just type / join world legendary signing. So, and it'll teleport you in here. You can go ahead and hit the like on our hearth, and yeah, so this is the GameBreaker cannon for the Xbox One. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope this video didn't get too long and boring. Take it easy, y'all.